Hello everyone, I'm Emma and welcome back to day 2 of our challenge. Today, again, we'll be focusing on the fundamentals. However, we'll also be introducing some new fundamental poses, including the warrior poses and a couple nice back bends. So, if you're ready to get started, then roll out your mat and I'll meet you there. Okay, so for today's sequence, we're going to begin on our back. So go ahead and make your way there. Good. Continuing from yesterday, we're gonna start by warming up the wrists. So add a bit of dynamic movement here. You can move how you want to. Half of a yoga practice is making it your own. So experiment, just make sure the blood is getting to the wrist joints. Maybe add some flicks, add some flexes, add some extensions. Good, some circles one direction and the other direction. And then while we're here, we're going to warm up the ankles as well. So add some circles, maybe opposite directions or the same direction. Play around with this. It's good practice to bring your mind and body connection, or to freshen your mind to body connection. Good. Couple more. Well done. Nice. Go ahead and bring those feet down, bring the palms down, and plant them on the mat or on the ground next to the mat. Take 2 deep breaths, solidify those shoulder blades underneath you. The cat is having some fun here in the background. Her name is Schmeagle. It's actually Rigel, but she looks and she just kind of is a Schmeagle. Not in like an insulting way, but she has these big, beautiful blue eyes. Good. Okay, from here, we're going to squeeze just like from yesterday. We're going to tuck the pelvis under. Okay, we're going to engage the core and we're going to press upwards into a glute bridge. Okay, so from here, we're not letting the back relax. We're not letting it dip. We're squeezing under. This is now a posterior tilt. Good. Close the eyes, squeeze. Try and create a line from the knee to the hip and to the shoulders. Good. One more breath. And exhale, lower. Inhale, squeeze and lift. Holding again, deep breaths. And exhale, lower. This is really good mind to body awareness practice because I have to figure out where she is. Inhale, lift. Take a breath. Nice. Exhale, lower. Okay. From here, you can either lift those legs up and swing upward, or if you're more of a beginner, send the hips to one side, use your hands, whatever you need to do. And we're gonna make our way into a forward fold. Okay, so you can be at the top of the mat, you can be at the middle, but I have a little bit of an obstacle here. So we're staying in the middle. Yeah, you're an obstacle. Okay, from here, interlace the fingers behind your head and begin to roll upwards. So you can start, again, those knees can be super bent. You can be up here. Just place those hands behind the neck and roll upward. Add a bit of a roll into the spine. Again, use those glutes. So the weight should not completely be in your spine here. Use those glutes to lift up. Tuck the chin in. Roll back down. Now the weight's in the glutes here, okay? Only come down to that halfway lift and then open with the elbows at the bottom. Inhale, roll up. Exhale the top. Don't worry about the breathing, but we're actually gonna swap it. Inhale and exhale, roll. Pull the core in, use the glutes. Extend. Inhale and exhale. Roll back up. Inhale at the top. Extending the spine. One more time. Exhale, roll. Inhale at the bottom. So you can be all the way down here if you're able to. Bend those knees. If you need to, lift back up and open. Nice job. Good. Okay, so we're gently getting into some more spinal movement here. From here, we're going to do the cat-cow. So bring those feet back, lower yourself to the mat, and re-enter tabletop. That super nice, gentle pose from yesterday. So from here, we're just going to start and add a bit more movement to the spine. So inhale, we're going to lift the chest, lift the tailbone. On the exhale, round. Press into those hands, press into the shoulder blades. No collapsing here, and just using the back. Press, press, press. Tuck the hips under. Inhale, lift the chest. Good. Exhale, round. Good. Couple more. Pull those shoulder blades onto your back in your cow pose. Lifting the head, tuck the chin in. Exhale, press and round. Good. Inhale. And exhale, one more. Nice. Inhale. So that spine should feel a little more warmed up. Add a couple hip swings side to side to just bring a bit more warmth, a bit more mobility into that lateral movement. Squeeze with each shoulder when you try and connect shoulder to hip, even though you're not able to. Try and connect it and swing the hips side to side. Good. Exhale from here. Settle back into your child's pose, your rest pose from yesterday. Alternative one to tabletop. Take 2 or 3 deep breaths. Again, reconnect with the present moment, with your breath. Pay attention to what you can feel here. And all your other senses. Good. Inhale from here. Look forward. We're returning to our plank. Go ahead and lift the knees off the ground and press again in. So we're not dipping that spine, remember, and we're not collapsing the shoulders. We're pressing, tucking the chin in, gently tucking under the hips and pulling the belly button into the spine. From here, exhale, send the hips up and back. Find your downward dog. Remember the modifications you can use if downward dog is tricky for you. We can grab some blocks and we can hold like so. Just gives you a bit more space. Take some breaths, open through the shoulders. Now adding a cue, press into the mat with the shoulder blades. Try not to collapse here, elevate, tilt the elbows down, bend the knees if you need to. Good, 2 more breaths. Okay. From here, inhale, look forward. Exhale, we're going to bring the knees down. From here, keeping that integrity in the core, start to shift forward and down. It's okay if you need to collapse halfway through, but try and hold that power and make your way to the mat. Good. So we're not lowering like this. We're lowering with that core intact. Good. From here, make sure you have enough space. We're going to begin with our start with our first back bend. So inhale, squeeze and lift. Pull the shoulder blades together. Just try and lift the chest off the mat. Good. One more breath. And lower. Nice. Let's do it 2 more times. A little bit quicker this time. Inhale, squeeze and lift. Exhale, lower. Now this is just feeling your back out. A lot of people have trouble with back pain. And so back bends when first trying them out can be really uncomfortable. So just check in with your body. See how mobile the back is feeling today. Good. This time, either repeat exactly what we just did if your back doesn't feel that happy today, but if it feels okay, then start to add a little bit of pressure while still using those back muscles. So when we release, we should hold a lot of that lift. We're only using the hands as a bit of a helper here, okay? Tilt those elbows in. Even if you're down here, tilt the elbows in. Try not to collapse and the shoulders. Press away and lift. Pull the chest forward. Good. Exhale. Lift the hips up and back. Gently, gently, gently take your time. It's quite a transition for the spine. And lift the hips back to your downward dog or to your tabletop. Nice. Pause for a moment. Rest. You can bring the knees back to child's pose as well if you like. And we're going to do it one more time. On the next inhale. Actually, one more breath. Good. On the next inhale, walk forward. Again, find that halfway lift. Exhale, fold a little further. Inhale, we're going to lift all the way to mountain. Exhale, bring those palms together. So, welcoming ourselves back into mountain pose. Let's find our good posture again. From here, tuck the hips very gently under, not all the way back. Neutral. Very gentle core engagement. However, when you're holding normal posture, your core should be recruited just the right amount. So if it's a little, it's good if it's not tense all the time, because if it is tense all the time, then it'll affect your breathing. But just for now, pull that belly button into the spine to bring some more stability. Roll the shoulder blades back, tuck the chin in, and elevate as if there's a string on the top of your head. Good. Chest is proud. Ribs ever so slightly tucked. And we're feeling our foundation on all the four edges of the feet, four corners of the feet. Inhale, lift the arms up. We're going to do our first yoga flow. Exhale, fold. So inhale halfway. In yoga, the yoga flow, or we're doing the yoga flow now, but within a flow, the flow motion is this next sequence of poses. So take a deep breath in, find your plank, exhale, knees come down. We just did this earlier, lower. Hold that integrity as long as you can. Find your way to the mat, inhale, squeeze with the back muscles. You can be here, you can be here. And exhale, slowly transition through tabletop, downward dog. Take your time, it takes a little bit of effort, so we'll meet you here. Take it slow through the transition. Really focus on learning every stage of it. We're not rushing through it. Inhale, walk forward. Find your halfway lift again. Exhale, fold. Squeeze those shoulder blades together as you fold. A little further maybe. Inhale, lift. Connect the palms. And exhale, refine your posture without the cues this time. Good job. That's your first yoga flow there. Nice. We're going to do it one more time. Take it slow. So inhale, lift the arms up. You can even let the ribs come up a tiny bit. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, hands meet the mat or the blocks if you're really struggling. Take a step back, deep breath in, find plank. Exhale, lower, knees come down all the way. Bring this box to the side. Inhale, lift. Cobra. Take your time. Exhale, tabletop, child's pose, or downward dog. Nice job. Take a couple deep breaths. It can be a really kind of awkward movement at first, but it starts feeling more flowy over time. So don't beat yourself up if it is a little bit tricky. Good. Inhale. Let's slowly walk it forward. Again, find your halfway lift. Nice. From here, we're going to start with the warrior poses, introduce you to some new poses. My English is totally failing me today. Good. From here, inhale. On the exhale, step back the right foot. So if you don't have any blocks, that's fine. You can also step back with those hands on the mat, but if you want that extra space, bring in the blocks for this one. This is called runner's lunge. So this one is a super popular transition pose. You'll see it in so many different flows. It transitions to many of the standing poses. So from here, we want to pull the right hip forward, left hip back, evening out the pelvis. We're not collapsing here, we're staying elevated, and like pull the legs together. Create that tension here, root down through all the corners of the feet. Take a breath. On the exhale, plant that right heel down and turn it 45 degrees, so almost facing the top right corner of the mat. Then from here, we're going to elevate, coming into like a lunge, high lunge position. Inhale, reach the arms up. So the only difference between warrior 1 and high lunge is that heel down. If the heel down doesn't feel great for your knee, then whatever flow you're doing, you can bring that back heel up as an alternative. Okay, so from here, hold for a breath. Good, try and keep the knee over the ankle here, not too forward, not too elevated. Find about 90 degrees in that knee. And on the next exhale, we're gonna turn towards the right. This time we're sliding that right foot now perpendicular to the right side of the mat. So the toes are pointing towards that right side of the mat. From here, the arms elevate, knee does not come inwards, stays over the left ankle. Arms lift, try and keep the hips, the torso right over the hips, tuck the pelvis under. There's a lot of cues going on here. Don't worry if you're not getting it the first time. You'll do these poses so many times and it'll give you loads of time to practice them. Good, deep breath. Nice. On the exhale, we're gonna pivot back forward. Okay, from here, either the hand can be in the outside or the inside or on a block. Inhale, lift the right arm up, and exhale, bring it over the right ear over towards the front of the mat, finding your side angle pose. Now this eventually transitions into your triangle pose, so extending that leg, but there are lots of steps, lots of hamstring stretches before that becomes a staple. It's more of an intermediate pose. But again, this is how this pose unlocks many of the other poses. And that works in many ways in yoga. So one pose helps to unlock all the different ones. Good. From here, inhale, let's step it back forward. Halfway lift, exhale, fold. Inhale to lift all the way up. Exhale, bring those palms together. Refine your posture. Shake out the left leg. We were on it for quite a while. Get a bit of movement after holding static for so long. Nice. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, we're going to take it to the other side. Fold, find your halfway lift, pull the shoulder blades back, and then step the left foot back this time. Nice. So there's still, like I said, a lot of information going on. The second side will feel easier. Again, try and pull the left hip forward, right hip back. Make sure that the distance between the legs is hip width distance. That's really important for balance. Anything narrower, you'll feel like you're falling over. So try and find hip width distance or a little wider. Ground down through the feet. And then on the next exhale, plant the left heel down, point it towards the top left corner this time. And when you're ready, inhale, rise up. Good. Hold. We're building that strength. These holds are really good for balance, for blood pressure, for understanding how your body feels through all these different positions. Good. On the exhale, open. Again, this time the left foot faces the left side of the mat. Hips right underneath the torso, tucking under. Right knee stays over that right leg. Arms lift. Deep breath. Deep breath. Generally for this pose, that front foot should kind of cross right through the middle of the back foot as well. On the exhale, let's bring those hands down. Bring the right hand on a block or on the ground, or you can even go one step further up. I forgot to mention that on the other side, and just rest the arm across the thigh. Choose whichever variation you want to, and stretch to the left side. Good job. Nice. On the exhale, bring it back towards the front. Inhale, step it forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift all the way up. Connect the palms and shake out the legs. Whoops, kicking the blocks. Awesome job. Okay, now we're on to the cool down. Great job. From here, inhale and exhale, take a seat. So this is a really good skill, learning how to sit down without using the hands, but for now, go ahead and use whatever you need to. Place your hands on the mat for balance. Nice. Okay, one of my favorite cool down poses. So from here, we're gonna take the left leg, we're gonna bend the right knee, and gently, you can also start down here, gently try and rest the left ankle on the right thigh. Press the left knee away, and if you're already feeling a stretch in the glute, then amazing. If not, try and bring that knee in a little closer to your torso. Good, if you're feeling it, great. Try not to open from the hip, not from the knee. So press that knee away from you if you need a little assistance. Good. Now extend, let's swap sides. You'll get another chance to stretch that muscle, don't worry. This time, right ankle over left thigh, pull it in, open. Try not to lock out here or collapse, stay active. We kind of want to, I really like to think about respecting each pose. So I try not to get floppy in whichever pose I am. By the end of the practice, it becomes a little tricky, but that's half of the fun of crafting and refining your practice, is trying to stay active and not let the slack go into the joints. Good, release. All right, we're gonna take it up one more notch. So head down onto your back. Again, we're gonna cross the left ankle over the right thigh. This time interlace under the thigh or over the shin for a bit more. If that's too much, you can keep that right foot planted and just bring it in to whichever degree you're feeling the stretch. If you need to, place the hand on the left knee as well. Remember, opening from the hip, not from the knee. One more breath. We're in the cool down now, so again, calm your breathing, slow your breathing. Use each exhale to go a little deeper into the stretch you're in, but there should never be any pain, remember. Good, swap sides, left foot down, right ankle across left. Same thing, you can close your eyes if you want to. It can help to flex that left foot if you want to stay a little more active in this pose. Nice. All right, from here, bend both knees, plant the feet down. You can add a bit of a sway back and forth. And then from here, connect the knees together, bring them up towards the right elbow, so higher than the hips. That's the thing that matters. Try and bring them higher than the hips. Then from here, we're going to bring the left elbow into a cactus shape and place it on the ground, trying to connect that left shoulder to the ground. Don't pull super hard, just gently. Take some deep breaths. Enjoy this stretch. It's one of my favorites. Nice job. Let's swap sides gently, gently. Bring those knees up. And then right elbow this time. Good. Inhale, bring it back to the middle. And exhale, release down into your Shavasana. Palms face upwards. Today we're going to take 10 breaths here, so increasing the duration. With each exhale, as you count to 10, try and relax a different part of the body, maybe starting at the forehead, the eyes, the jaw, moving down to the shoulders, the chest, the upper back. Third or fourth breath, use it to relax the core for freer breathing, the lower back. Next breath, the hips, the thighs. Next, the knees and the calves, allowing the legs to tilt in whichever way fits your anatomy best, outwards or inwards. And finally, the feet and the toes. Remember, even if you were struggling today, everyone's poses look different, everyone's anatomy is different. So just be proud of how much you've done today, what you've learned today. You can always come back to this practice if you want a refresher. Good. One more breath. On the next inhale, interlace the fingers, flip the palms, press the hands away. On the exhale, tilt. Bring those knees up, tilt, or move on to one of your sides. Take 2 breaths here. Good. When you're ready, press into that top hand and find a comfortable seat. Inhale to reach the arms up and exhale, bow down, thanking yourself for moving and for learning something new or refreshing your word knowledge. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you tomorrow for day 3.